There are moments in life when everything seems to fall apart. The plans you made begin to crumble. The people you trusted start to fade. And suddenly, the path ahead feels blurred by confusion, disappointment, and pain. In those moments, it's easy to panic, to question your worth, or to wonder why life seems so unfair. But that is exactly when you must stay calm. Calmness is strength, not surrender when the world begins to shake around you and everything feels uncertain. The first instinct for most people is to panic. The mind starts racing, the heart beats faster, and fear begins to whisper that everything is falling apart. But those who rise above it all understand a secret: calmness is power. It is not a sign of weakness or denial. It is the highest form of strength. To remain calm when life tests you is to trust that something greater than you is in control. It is standing still in the middle of a storm and saying, "I may not understand this right now, but I know I will come out stronger." Calmness allows you to see clearly when everything else is clouded. Panic blurs your vision, but peace brings focus. When you stay calm, you begin to see the lesson hidden inside the chaos. You start to recognize that everything happening is not meant to destroy you, but to develop you. Sometimes life shakes you just enough to wake you up. The situations that frustrate you are often the very ones that are shaping your character and discipline. Being calm doesn't mean you don't feel the pain. It means you choose to control your reaction to it. When you respond from a place of peace instead of fear, you protect your energy, your focus, and your spirit. You learn that not every battle is worth fighting, not every opinion is worth defending, and not every storm deserves your panic. Calmness teaches you to respond with wisdom instead of emotion. There will be moments when people test your patience, when plans fall apart, when everything you worked for feels like it's slipping through your fingers. In those moments, your calmness becomes your shield. The person who can stay grounded when everything is shaking is the one who wins in the end. Because calm people can think clearly, move strategically, and see possibilities that panic hides. Calmness is not about pretending everything is fine. It is about having faith that things will be fine, even when they are not yet. It is quiet confidence in the timing of your journey. It is the understanding that you are not alone, that even in silence, a higher power is still working behind the scenes. When you stay calm, you align yourself with divine order. You stop forcing outcomes and start allowing what is meant for you to unfold naturally. There is a strength in stillness that many people will never understand. The world tells you to react, to fight, to prove, to argue, but your power grows in silence. You don't need to explain your peace to those who live in chaos. Let your calmness speak louder than your frustration. Let your composure show that you are built differently, that you have learned how to master yourself. It takes more courage to remain calm than to react. It takes discipline to stay centered when everything around you is trying to pull you out of balance. Calmness is a form of faith, a faith that you don't need to control everything, that things will fall into place in their own time. When you stay calm, you conserve your energy for what truly matters instead of wasting it on what doesn't. So when life throws you into confusion, pause. When others try to provoke you, breathe. When fear tries to take over, remind yourself that you have already overcome worse. You've survived storms before, and you will survive this one too. Every time you choose calmness, you choose growth. You choose wisdom. You choose strength. The calm mind is unshakable. The calm spirit is untouchable, and the calm heart is unstoppable. You are at your strongest not when you fight the storm, but when you stand still and let the storm pass through you without breaking your peace. Remember, calmness is not surrender. It is power under control, faith in motion, and the quiet strength that leads you to rise above it all. Pain is preparation. not punishment asterisk asterisk. There comes a time in everyone's life when pain becomes a constant companion. It shows up in different forms: disappointment, betrayal, loss, or heartbreak. And in those moments, it's easy to ask, why me? What did I do to deserve this? But pain is not sent to punish you. It is sent to prepare you. Life does not break you to destroy you. It breaks you to rebuild you stronger, wiser, and deeper than before. Pain is the teacher that no one wants, yet it teaches the lessons that shape your soul. When everything is easy, you learn nothing. Comfort never creates growth. Growth only happens when something within you begins to stretch beyond what it has known. Pain stretches your limits. It challenges your patience, your faith, and your understanding of yourself. It reveals what you truly believe. Anyone can say they have faith when life is gentle, but real faith is tested when nothing makes sense and you choose to trust anyway. Pain doesn't just show you what's around you, it shows you what's inside you. In every painful experience, there is something sacred taking place beneath the surface. You may not see it at first, but pain is clearing space for something new. The heartbreak that shattered you is creating room for genuine love. The loss that broke your heart is making way for deeper gratitude. The rejection that hurt your pride is redirecting you toward your purpose. Pain strips away illusions, so you can face the truth about who you are and what you are meant to become. Many people run from pain, trying to numb it or ignore it, but what you run from only follows you. The only way to heal is to face it. Sit with your pain, listen to what it's trying to tell you, and let it transform you. Every tear you cry is watering the soil of your future strength. Every scar you carry is a reminder that you survived what was meant to break you. You are not weaker because of pain, you are wiser because of it. Preparation always feels like pressure. Before gold becomes pure, it must go through fire. Before a diamond shines, it must endure intense heat. Before a seed becomes a tree, it must first break through the soil. You are no different. The pressure you feel is not punishment, it's preparation for greatness. Pain is shaping your character, refining your focus, and building your resilience. It is molding you into the person you need to be for the life you are meant to live. There is beauty in the process, even when it hurts. One day, you will look back and realize that the pain you once prayed would end was the very thing that gave you strength. You'll see how every closed door was protecting you, how every heartbreak was redirecting you, and how every loss was teaching you something that comfort never could. Pain gives you depth. It gives you empathy. It gives you purpose. So when pain enters your life, don't see it as a curse. See it as a call to rise. Embrace it with courage, knowing that it carries wisdom within it. Ask yourself, what is this preparing me for? Because every struggle, every disappointment, every sleepless night is training your spirit for something greater. You are being prepared for the blessings that require maturity to handle. You are being refined for the opportunities that demand strength to sustain. You are being equipped for the battles that will require faith to overcome. Pain is not here to destroy you, it's here to teach you how unbreakable you really are. So hold on, the fire you're walking through now is the same fire that will make you shine later. You may feel like everything is falling apart, but in truth, everything is falling into place. The pain you feel today is the preparation for the peace you will carry tomorrow. Asterisk asterisk, embrace the lesson, not just the struggle asterisk asterisk. Every challenge you face in life carries a hidden message meant only for you. Every disappointment, every setback, every sleepless night comes with a lesson that your soul needs in order to grow. Yet most people become so focused on the struggle itself that they miss the wisdom it brings. They complain about the pain, but never stop to ask what it's teaching them. Growth happens when you stop running from your struggles and start learning from them. Life is not just happening to you, it's happening for you. When something difficult enters your life, the natural instinct is to resist it. You want the discomfort to go away, the situation to change, the pain to end. But the truth is, resistance only makes suffering stronger. What you resist persists. The moment you stop fighting what's happening and begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" is the moment healing begins. Every struggle comes to reveal something. Maybe it's to make you more patient, more disciplined, or more grateful. Maybe it's showing you who truly cares and who doesn't. Maybe it's simply teaching you how to let go of control. Life is a constant classroom, and every hardship is a teacher. But most people fail the lesson because they refuse to pay attention. They keep repeating the same mistakes, falling into the same patterns, and attracting the same kind of pain because they never learned the message the first time. The lesson will always repeat itself until you understand it. Once you do, it disappears and something greater takes its place. Wisdom doesn't come from time, it comes from reflection. You can go through years of pain and still remain the same if you never take the time to learn from it. The struggle itself is not the enemy, ignorance is. When you learn to see your hardships as opportunities for growth, you take back your power. You realize that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but a student of life. Each challenge carries a spiritual assignment. Some lessons come to strengthen your faith, others come to test your patience, and a few come to redirect your path completely. The faster you learn the lesson, the sooner you elevate. The most beautiful souls are those who have been through storms and came out wiser, not bitter. They don't dwell on what went wrong. They focus on what they learned. They understand that life doesn't owe them comfort. It offers them evolution. They no longer ask, "Why did this happen to me?" Instead, they ask, "What did this come to teach me?" That single shift in mindset transforms pain into purpose and struggle into strength. Learning from your struggles also means taking responsibility for your growth. It's easy to blame others for your pain, but true maturity is understanding that your reaction determines your outcome. You can't control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond. Every time you respond with patience instead of anger, understanding instead of judgment, and faith instead of fear, you pass the test. And every time you pass a test, you rise higher in wisdom and peace. Sometimes the lessons are hard to accept because they come wrapped in loss or heartbreak. But those experiences shape the foundation of who you are becoming. They teach you what matters most and what you must release to move forward. Painful experiences refine your vision. They show you the difference between what you want and what you need. And once you learn that, you become unstoppable. So stop asking for an easy life. Ask for the strength to learn from the hard moments. The lessons you learn in pain will become the tools you use in purpose. Every struggle is a stepping stone to wisdom. Every challenge is shaping the person you are destined to be. When you embrace the lesson, the struggle no longer controls you, it elevates you. You begin to see life from a higher place. You realize that everything, even the painful parts, is working together for your good. Growth begins the moment you decide to stop fighting the lesson and start living it. Transformation comes through endurance. True transformation doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when life tests your patience, when your faith is stretched, and when your endurance is challenged. Every great transformation begins in moments of struggle. Endurance is not just about surviving the hard times. It's about allowing those moments to shape you into someone wiser, stronger, and more grounded than before. The process is never easy, but it is necessary. The pain you feel today is the power you will carry tomorrow. Transformation always demands endurance. Endurance means staying when you want to quit. It means believing when everything around you says there's no reason to. It's standing tall when life pushes you to your knees. Most people want change, but resist the process that brings it. They pray for growth, but avoid the pressure that growth requires. The truth is, endurance is the bridge between who you are and who you are becoming. You cannot evolve without first enduring what challenges you. The journey of transformation will test your limits. There will be moments when you feel like nothing is working, when your prayers seem unanswered, when your effort feels unseen. But that's when you must hold on the tightest. The delay is not denial. The silence is not abandonment. It's in the waiting that your endurance builds. Just like a seed planted in the ground, you cannot see the growth happening beneath the soil, but it's there. The longer you endure, the deeper your roots grow. Endurance refines your spirit. It strips away the impatience, the fear, and the doubt. It teaches you to trust in timing rather than force outcomes. The reason transformation takes time is because lasting change is built slowly. A butterfly doesn't emerge overnight. It endures the darkness of the cocoon. In that stillness, it develops the wings that will one day allow it to fly. If the process is rushed, the wings are weak. In the same way, when you rush your own transformation, you miss the strength that comes from enduring the process fully. Endurance is also about faith. Faith that there's meaning in your waiting. Faith that there's purpose in your pain. Life will never transform you through ease, only through resistance. Just as muscles grow under tension, your spirit strengthens through trials. Every challenge is designed to build spiritual endurance, so that when the next storm comes, you won't break. You'll bend, but you'll rise again. There will be days when you question if it's worth it. You'll wonder why things take so long, why doors aren't opening, and why certain people had to leave. But endurance reminds you that not everything meant for you arrives quickly. Some blessings are delayed because they require you to be stronger before you receive them. The version of you today may not yet be ready for the life that's waiting ahead. The pain you endure now is the training ground for your destiny. Transformation through endurance also requires surrender. You can't control everything, and sometimes the hardest part of endurance is letting go of your need to understand. You don't always need to see how everything will work out. You just need to trust that it will. Endurance teaches you patience, humility, and faith in unseen possibilities. It allows you to let go of the old version of yourself and step into something new with grace. Every person who has truly grown has had to endure something painful. The difference between those who transform and those who stay the same is endurance. Some give up when it gets hard, but others push through the struggle and come out renewed. The ones who endure become unshakable because they know that storms don't last forever, but the strength they gain from surviving them does. So when life becomes heavy, don't give up. When progress feels slow, keep moving. When you feel forgotten, remind yourself that growth is happening even in silence. Endurance is not about speed, it's about persistence. The ones who endure become the ones who rise. You are being transformed through every trial you face. Keep going, endure the process. Trust that every tear, every setback, and every delay is shaping you into the person you were always meant to be. Transformation is not instant, it's earned through endurance. *** Gratitude turns suffering into power. *** Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in existence. It has the ability to transform pain into wisdom, loss into strength, and disappointment into peace. When you begin to see your struggles through the lens of gratitude, everything changes. The pain that once felt unbearable becomes the very thing that refines you. The moments that once broke you start to make sense. Gratitude doesn't erase suffering, it gives it meaning. It turns wounds into wisdom and challenges into chapters of growth. Most people only give thanks when life feels good, when blessings are visible, when everything goes their way. But real gratitude begins when life doesn't make sense, when the road is dark, and when the heart is heavy. It's easy to say thank you for success, But true strength is saying thank you, even in struggle. Gratitude in hard times is not denial, it is the recognition that even pain has purpose. It means you trust that what you are facing is shaping you for something greater. Gratitude shifts your focus. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" Instead of counting what went wrong, you start noticing what is still right. Every breath, every sunrise, every chance to begin again becomes a gift. When you live with that kind of awareness, suffering loses its power to control you. You no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstances, but as a vessel of growth. Gratitude reminds you that even when life takes something away, it always leaves behind something to learn. There is always something to be thankful for, even in pain. The fact that you are still standing, still breathing, still trying is proof that grace has never left you. Gratitude turns your focus from what's missing to what's possible. It helps you see that every closed door redirected you to a better path. Every heartbreak removed what was blocking your peace. Every setback slowed you down just enough to align you with the right timing. Gratitude allows you to see divine order in what once looked like chaos. When you practice gratitude in suffering, your spirit begins to heal. The same situation that once caused bitterness starts to produce wisdom. You realize that the pain did not come to destroy you, but to deepen your understanding of life. Gratitude helps you detach from resentment. It frees you from anger. It teaches you to forgive, not because others deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. Holding on to pain drains your energy. Being thankful restores it. Every time you express gratitude in the midst of hardship, you are rewriting the story of your suffering. You are saying, "This may have hurt me, but it will not define me." Gratitude gives you power over your past. It allows you to reclaim your narrative and transform every scar into a symbol of strength. It teaches you to focus on what remains rather than what was lost. That simple shift in perspective is what turns pain into purpose. Gratitude also attracts more blessings into your life. When you are thankful for what you have, you create space for more good to flow in. The universe responds to a grateful heart because gratitude carries the energy of abundance. It says, "I already have enough," and that mindset draws even more to you. When you live with gratitude, you stop chasing and start trusting. You stop worrying about what's next and start appreciating where you are. There will always be moments when gratitude feels difficult. When life hurts, being thankful can feel impossible, but those are the moments when gratitude matters most. Gratitude doesn't mean you ignore the pain. It means you choose to see beyond it. It's not about pretending everything is okay. It's about believing that everything will be okay. Gratitude lifts your spirit above suffering and allows you to find peace even in the middle of chaos. So, choose gratitude today. Thank the pain for what it taught you. Thank the loss for what it revealed. Thank the struggle for what it strengthened. The more you give thanks, the more strength you'll discover within yourself. Gratitude doesn't change your circumstances overnight, but it changes you, and when you change, everything around you begins to follow. Gratitude turns suffering into power because it transforms your heart first, and once your heart is strong, nothing can truly defeat you. Rise with grace and faith. There will come a point in your journey when you realize that rising is not about fighting back, proving others wrong, or forcing your way through. Rising is about surrendering with strength. It's about allowing life to shape you, not break you. When everything feels heavy, when the pain seems endless, when the path ahead feels uncertain, grace and faith become your wings. They lift you higher than your fear and carry you toward peace that no storm can touch. To rise with grace means to move forward without bitterness. It means you no longer seek revenge for the pain others caused you. You stop replaying what went wrong and start focusing on what's next. Grace teaches you that forgiveness is not weakness, it's freedom. When you forgive, you release yourself from the weight of anger and open the door for healing to flow. Holding onto resentment only keeps you chained to the past, but grace allows you to step into a new beginning. Rising with faith means believing, even when you can't see. It means trusting that your story is still unfolding in ways beyond your understanding. Faith whispers that every delay is divine timing, that every detour is protection, and that every heartbreak is redirection. When faith fills your heart, fear begins to fade. You stop asking, "How will I make it?" and start saying, "I know I will." Faith gives you the courage to keep walking when nothing around you looks certain. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits and strip away everything that is not meant for your future. But those moments of loss and confusion are not signs of failure. They are signs of rebirth. Sometimes you have to lose what is comfortable to find what is divine. The climb may be steep, but grace gives you balance, and faith gives you endurance. Together, they make you unstoppable. Rising with grace also means knowing when to be still. Not every battle needs your energy. Not every insult deserves your reaction. Grace allows you to walk away without explanation, to stay silent when chaos demands your voice, and to trust that peace speaks louder than any argument. When you rise with grace, you learn that dignity is more powerful than defense. You no longer seek to prove yourself because your growth becomes your proof. Faith, on the other hand, gives you the ability to keep believing even when you are surrounded by uncertainty. It reminds you that every ending carries the seed of a new beginning. When you rise with faith, you stop questioning every hardship and start trusting that there is purpose in it all. Faith reminds you that you are guided, even when you cannot see the way forward. It assures you that you are not forgotten, even in silence. Rising with grace and faith doesn't mean the pain disappears. It means you choose peace in the middle of it. It means you hold your head high not because everything is perfect, but because you have learned to find beauty in imperfection. You learn to smile again, not because life is easy, but because your spirit is stronger. Every time you rise after being knocked down, your light shines brighter. When you rise with grace, you begin to attract peace instead of chaos. When you rise with faith, you begin to draw strength from the unseen. You stop chasing validation and start walking in purpose. People may wonder how you're still standing, how you're still calm after everything, but what they don't understand is that grace and faith have become your foundation. So rise gently, rise quietly, rise faithfully. You don't need to shout your strength. Let your peace speak for you. Every time you rise with grace, you inspire others to do the same. Every time you rise with faith, you remind the world that hope is stronger than despair. You have walked through storms, yet you are still here. You have faced loss, yet your heart still believes. That is grace, that is faith, that is power. Keep rising not to prove anything, but to become everything you were created to be. Rise with grace, rise with faith, and when you do, you will discover that no force on earth can keep you from the light you were born to shine.